Listen closely, my friends, for scary stories abound to keep you awake through the pitch black night. Oh, have I got a story for you?
Hey guys, it's Shala from Paranorthwest, and I am here to tell you my scariest story. So, this story I have never actually told before. Um, it happened when I was about 8 years old, 7 or 8 maybe. Um, Now, mind you, as a child, I did see many spirits, but it had kind of left me a year or two prior. So I hadn't seen anything for a long time. And when I was seeing things, I just thought they were people and it was totally normal. So I wasn't even aware that they were dead. So let me take you to this exact moment. So I was staying with my auntie, and it was my cousin and I, and we were having a sleepover there. He's about a year older than me, and we were sleeping in her spare bedroom. Her house was built in probably the 40s, I would guess. It's not that old. Um, but anyways, we were sleeping, okay, and I wake up to my cousin, hitting me, "Hey, wake up, wake up. There's somebody standing in the doorway." And growing up, we always left our doors open. We never shut the bedroom doors. That wasn't something that we really did. So it was the middle of the night, and you could kind of see the moon coming through the living room window. So there was a little bit of light coming in. And the bedroom door was open. And as I'm trying to wake up and see what he's seeing, I start seeing a silhouette of a very tall, broad man, um, well over 6 foot tall. And I started seeing a hat on the top of his head, and I'm not sure if it was a top hat or a cowboy hat, but I kind of think it was a cowboy hat. Um, and we were both just staring at this man that was standing in this doorway, and it was kind of like a silhouette of him we could see. And it seemed like he just stood there forever, but really it was probably about a minute or two. That's still quite a long time. Um, and the longer we stared, it seemed like we could see more of his features and see more of his clothing. And it looked like he had boots on and fitted jeans and maybe a big buckle or something. He did not say anything. He had full acknowledgement of both of us just laying in this bed, terrified, and we had the blankets, tucked up, and we were like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." And we both just laid there and stared at this man. I don't know what he wanted. I don't know if he was just acknowledging that we were there. And eventually he just kind of tipped his hat or nodded his head, and he turned around down the hall and just slowly walked away, and he kind of disappeared and it dissipated. The interesting thing about this is he didn't really have a color. He kind of came through more of in a gray or a black and white tone. I couldn't see oh, this man was wearing blue jeans, this man was wearing, a colored shirt or whatever. But for whatever reason, he came. We never seen him again. Another thing to note is my auntie's house is not even reported to be haunted. So it's so wild that, these spirits come and go, or they see you and you see them, and sometimes you don't see them. But needless to say, I was so terrified, and I know he was too. And so that was one of the scariest things, because it was the most clear apparition that I have ever seen. It was wild. So I don't know what that was. I've read reports that there is a man called the Top Hat Man, and he's more of like a shadow being, and that's what people kind of, I don't know, it's like a thing. Like a lot of people see this thing. But over time, I truly believe it was more of a cowboy hat and not a top hat, which is, it kind of eases my mind a little bit, but regardless, it was terrifying. And yeah, I've never seen him since. So that's my scary story.